emergency?
4147 Moselle Road.
What's going on out there?
My housekeeper has fallen and her head is bleeding. I cannot get her up. She fell going up the steps, up the brick steps.
How many steps is there?
8.
It was February 2018, a crisp, quiet morning in Hampton County, South Carolina. Gloria Satterfield, a beloved housekeeper who had been working for a powerful Murdaugh family for more than 2 decades, arrived for another day on the job. She was loyal, she was trusted, and she was practically part of the family. But one day, something happened at the Murdaugh family home that would spark years of suspicion, lawsuits, whispers, questions about what really goes on behind those closed doors. The official story was Gloria tripped over the family dogs, fell down the front steps, and never recovered from her injuries.
911, where's your emergency?
4147 Moselle Road.
What's going on out there?
My housekeeper has fallen and her head is bleeding. I cannot get her up. She fell going up the steps, up the brick steps.
How many steps is there?
8.
But as the Murdaugh empire began to crumble years later, investigators started asking themselves, was it really a tragic accident? Or the first crack at much of a darker story? Gloria Satterfield was born on February 8, 1961, in Hampton, South Carolina, the heart of the Low Country. She was the daughter of Eric Harriet Sr. and Elizabeth, and was raised with deep Southern roots and strong family values. Gloria lived a modest life in Hampton County. She didn't come from wealth or power. She came from a hard-working family. Her sons, Tony and Brian, were the center of her world. She was a longtime member of the World Harvest Church in Hampton, where her faith played a guiding role in her life. Gloria had a vibrant, joyful spirit. She loved playing tennis, had a soft spot for children, and adored colored purple, a shade that bold and beautiful as she was. She had an outgoing personality also, but above all, Gloria was known for her laughter, bright, contagious, and unforgettable. Her outgoing personality lit up the room as she entered. It's the warmth, the joy that her family and friends will always remember most. Behind her role as the Murdaugh family housekeeper was a woman who gave selflessly, loved deeply, and deserved far more than fate that had handed her. Before her name became entangled with the Murdaugh scandal, Gloria Satterfield was known simply as a hard-working, soft-spoken woman with a heart full of devotion. Her job and her 2 sons, Brian, Little B, and Michael Anthony, Tony. She had spent more than 2 decades working as the housekeeper for this prominent Murdaugh family. Becoming more than just an employee, she was part of the family. She even helped raise the Murdaugh boys, Paul and Buster, and was even referred to as a second mom to them. She was known for her loyalty and dedication, showing up every day to serve the Murdaugh family without complaint, even as their influence grew and the scandals quietly started bubbling up the surface. Gloria wasn't just a distant employee. She had a long-standing, multi-generation bond with the Murdaugh family. Now, according to documentary sources, she initially worked for Paul Murdaugh's grandfather, Randolph, for many years. And later, she continued to work for the Murdaugh family household, effectively becoming Alec and Maggie's housekeeper and caring guardian figure for their children. Over time, she had a relationship with the family that even deepened. She attended to the house chores, babysitting, errands, even attending events. In short, Gloria Satterfield became working for the Murdaughs via an earlier generation of the family and stayed on for over decades. Emotionally close ties with multiple family members, especially the children. Her role grew past that of a housekeeper. She became part of the family fabric. As for her husband, she was the widow of David Michael Satterfield. Then came February 2nd, 2018. Gloria was found unresponsive at the bottom of the brick steps at the Murdaugh's Mazel estate. The official story was told she had tripped over the family dog. She was rushed to the hospital with a tragic brain injury. She died a few weeks later in the hospital without ever gaining consciousness, but there were no witnesses, no autopsy, and no clear explanation as why a healthy middle-aged woman would suddenly fall and suffer a fatal brain injury. But that wasn't the end of Gloria's story. It was just the beginning of the next betrayal. A terrible accident, people thought, as it happened less than a week before her 58th birthday. Gloria was reportedly not married at the time of her death. There's no public record or current spouse during that period. Her death alone was tragic, but the real shock came later when Alec Murdaugh told her sons that he would make it right. He urged them to sue him, promising the insurance payout would go to them. What they didn't know was Alec had already arranged to funnel that $4.3 million settlement straight into his own pocket. They never saw a dime. But while Gloria's son mourned their mother and struggled to keep their heads above water, Alec was plotting to take every penny for himself. It wasn't until years later, during the unraveling of the Murdaugh empire, that the truth came to light, and with it, a haunting question. Was Gloria's death really an accident, or just a suspicious domino effect falling from the house built of lies? He lied about the money. He lied about helping them. From the start, he knew he was going to keep that $4.3 million insurance settlement and was never going to give it to her family. Then, in a stunning moment in court, Alec admitted it was all a lie. There was no tripping of the dogs, no freak fall. He had invented the story, not to protect Gloria's dignity, but to collect the millions insurance money her family would never see. With this admission, the question becomes, what else is he still hiding? The Murdaugh saga isn't over, and now it's heading back to the graveyard. In South Carolina, the investigators had been given the green light to exhume Gloria's body by Gloria's family, a move that would confirm the official story or blow it completely apart. The body of Gloria Satterfield, the Murdaugh's family longtime housekeeper, may soon be brought back above ground, and with it, secrets that could finally be forced into the light. The years since the so-called accident has raised more questions than answers. Millions in insurance payouts, mysterious legal maneuvers, and the family empire crumbling under the weight of its own lies by Alec Murdaugh. The truth will surface eventually, so stick around, guys, because what's buried in this case may not stay buried long. My heart does go out to Gloria Satterfield's family. She gave so much to others, and she deserved far more in return. May justice not only speak her name, but finally fight for it. We'll be watching more about this case. Thank you so much for tuning in. A truly sad case. Until next time, stay safe, stay cautious, and remember, please lock your doors, be safe, and take care. Bye for now.